Long ago, there lived a powerful demon lord named Varvatos. His strength was unmatched, yet this very strength alienated him from his humanity. Seeking to rediscover his human essence, Varvatos decided to be reborn through reincarnation magic. Thus, in the present day, he emerged as Ard Meteor, born to ordinary parents in a world where the once flourishing art of magic had gradually waned. Ard celebrated his 10th birthday with the weight of an unfulfilled wish on his shoulders. He longed for a genuine friendship, one built on equality and camaraderie. But this desire seemed elusive as his attempts to befriend others ended in disappointment. Amidst the decline of magical studies, Ard's physical ability stood out. He was agile and strong. However, these strengths could not fill the void of companionship in his life. His parents, curious about his aspirations, asked Ard what he hoped to achieve. Deep inside, Ard yearned for nothing more than a true friend. Despite his best efforts, Ard couldn't seem to connect with his peers. This left him frustrated and angered, prompting him to unleash his feelings by destroying the forest near his home. Feeling a mix of emotions, he sat by his doorstep, contemplating the elusive nature of friendship. It was then that Olhide, the mayor, paid Ard a visit. Olhide, wise and perceptive, advised Ard that kindness and respect were essential in making friends. Encouraged by Olhide's words, Ard decided to heed the advice and ventured out again, hopeful to find a friend. However, Ard's attempts at making friends repeatedly fell short. He tried connecting with a group of boys, then later with some girls, but each attempt resulted in disappointment. His persistence, however, led him to encounter a voice crying out in distress from the woods. Curious and concerned, Ard followed the voice and stumbled upon a young elf girl engaged in battle with an ancient wolf. Misinterpreting her courageous fight as an act of anger, Ard assumed the girl, Lydia, was venting her frustrations. Meanwhile, Olhide discussed with Ard's parents about his daughter, Irina, who was troubled by bullying and gossip. Ard tried to befriend Lydia by complimenting and critiquing her, but all his attempts ended in failure, leaving him disheartened. Returning home, Ard learned about Irina's difficulties from Olhide. He then made another attempt to befriend her, but it ended in tearful rejection. Ard felt increasingly frustrated, contemplating his own failure to connect with others. Tragedy struck as a horde of menacing goblins invaded the town, causing chaos and panic among the residents. Jack, Ard's father, revealed that the invasion resulted from a malfunctioning dungeon core, putting everyone at risk. Amidst the turmoil, Olhide shared that Irina had gone missing in the mountains. Ard blamed himself for being overly friendly to her and felt responsible for her disappearance. Determined to make things right, he flew off to find her. In a stroke of fate, Ard discovered Irina surrounded by goblins, led by a menacing hobgoblin. Moved by determination and bravery, Ard intervened, casting powerful spells to protect Irina and defeat the goblins. Following the chaos, Ard was relieved to find Irina unharmed. This led to a touching reconciliation between Ard and Irina, as they finally found common ground and formed a genuine friendship, overcoming the barriers that once kept them apart. The story took a leap into the future, showing a surprising twist. Irina playfully proposed that they enroll together at the Academy of Magic, hinting at an exciting and unforeseen journey awaiting them. In the bustling halls of Laville National Academy of Magic, Ard and Irina, children of renowned heroes, met Headmaster Golda. Golda, courteous and dignified, acknowledged their prestigious lineage as descendants of celebrated heroes. Ard, known for a past feat, was spared the practical entrance exam but was tasked with the written part. Eager to excel, Ard devoted himself to the written test. However, despite his efforts, Ard learned he had academically failed. Surprisingly, Golda praised Ard, revealing that his answers, though unorthodox, significantly improved modern magic techniques. Golda made a public declaration, magnifying Ard's genius and the lineage of his legendary parents. Meanwhile, Ard and Irina strolled through the school corridors, discussing their parents' heroic deeds. As they entered their classroom, their peers crowded around, expressing a desire to befriend them. However, some students, particularly a noble named Elrado, displayed disdain towards Ard and Irina, claiming hierarchy based on their family's status. A distressing scene unfolded when a young succubus faced bullying by Elrado. Irina intervened, confronting Elrado and defending the succubus's rights. Ard, standing for fairness, demanded an apology from Elrado, leading to a challenge for a duel between Elrado and Ard. As Elrado boasted his lineage, Olivia, a vigilant figure, intervened, allowing the duel to proceed. Ard, grappling with concealing his true identity, faced the challenge with Elrado. The duel ensued, Elrado launching various spells countered by Ard's defensive barriers. In a dazzling display of magic, Ard emerged victorious, employing his own Giga Flare spell to win the duel. Following the duel, Irina held El Rado to his promise, ensuring justice for the bullied succubus. Olivia, intrigued by Ard's peculiarities, questioned him about his remarkable skills. Ard, apprehensive about revealing his true capabilities, stumbled through an explanation, surprising Olivia with his mastery of double casting, a long-lost magical art. Olivia commenced teaching the class, dividing students into groups. Irina, noticing a lonely girl, Ginny, requested Ard to include her in their group. Agreeing, Ard and Irina welcomed Ginny, who felt inadequate due to her lack of contribution. To boost Ginny's confidence, Ard offered private magic lessons, unveiling script magic, a new magical technique he developed. Though initially hesitant, Ginny accepted, learning ardently but struggling to match Ard's expertise. Despite his efforts to encourage Ginny, her confidence wavered due to El Rado's harassment. In an attempt to empower Ginny, Ard demonstrated script magic to Irina and Ginny. Together, they stumbled upon a trapdoor, confronting a fearsome minotaur. Utilizing the encounter, Ard used the situation to further teach script magic, guiding a transformed Ginny to vanquish the monster. Returning victorious, the trio turned in the Minotaur's horns, which they had subdued using script magic. However, Ard concealed this fact. In an altercation with El Rado, Ginny defended Ard, asserting her newfound strength, and Irina cleverly humiliated El Rado. As Ard tried to leave, Olivia halted him, expressing a desire for a conversation. Their interaction hinted at a potentially intriguing and complex connection, setting the stage for deeper revelations in the future. In the heart of La Ville National Academy of Magic, Golda and Olivia approached Ard, urging him to partake in a significant student battle event attended by the Queen. However, Ard declined flatly, citing his personal ideals. Golda highlighted the event's significance for the school's budget increase, yet Ard remained firm. Olivia shared a personal anecdote about her brother's reincarnation, nudging Ard to reconsider. This compelled Ard to contemplate the consequences of his refusal. Amid his musings, Ginny approached Ard, proposing a date. Accepting her offer, Ard requested a more casual address, but Ginny insisted on maintaining a formal tone. They settled on Artie. Interrupting the moment, Irina joined in, expressing her desire to be part of the date, which Ginny welcomed. Light-hearted banter ensued, with Ginny playfully suggesting Ard should start his harem, a concept that Irina dismissed outright. The trio embarked on their date, starting with watching a play recounting the story of former Demon Lord Varvatos. Ard found himself bewildered by the play's interpretation of his past life. Following the play, they proceeded to a restaurant. En route, Ard overheard cloaked individuals discussing the Queen, prompting the group to tail them into the sewers. They stumbled upon the group standing near a massive circle, only to be ambushed, revealing the group's intent to capture them. The leader set Ard ablaze, but to their shock, Ard remained unharmed and obliterated the circle. A showdown ensued, culminating in the leader transforming into a demon and attempting to escape. Ard pursued, rescuing a seemingly hostage girl, calming the alarmed crowd, and eventually defeating the demon. The aftermath celebrated Ard's valor as he was hailed for his heroic act. The next day, Ard, Irina, and Ginny met Queen Rosa, with Irina displaying familiarity with her. Queen Rosa, impressed by Ard's character, offered him marriage, promptly declined. Instead, Ard humbly requested an increased budget for the academy. Intrigued by Ard's selflessness, the Queen bestowed titles and a budget increase upon Ard and Irina, appointing them to the Queen's shadow. Ginny was also elevated to Triangle class. Meanwhile, the cloaked figures plotted another scheme despite their previous failure, determined to achieve their true goal. In the bustling halls of the La Ville National Academy of Magic, Ard found himself in a perplexing situation. A female student confessed her feelings for him, but Ard kindly declined, proposing friendship instead. However, she persisted, attempting to seduce him, but her advances were interrupted by the timely arrival of Irina. Meanwhile, in his office, Goldie briefed instructor Jessica about Ard's refusal to participate in the upcoming battle event. This refusal, along with Ard's rejected offers to teach at the academy, concerned Golda. Trusting Jessica to handle the matter, Goldie left, the weight of responsibility etched on his face. That night, Ard pondered his interactions with Irina, contemplating the day's events. He was surprised by Ginny's unexpected visit, adorned in a light skirt, attempting to sway him as well. Simultaneously, Irina, still upset, sat alone in her room, brooding over the day's occurrences. Determined to confront Ard, she headed to his room but stumbled upon a moment when Ginny tried to seduce him. This unexpected sight ignited Irina's fury, leading her to pelt various objects at Ard in sheer frustration. Their heated heated confrontation was interrupted when Jessica intervened, proposing they settle their dispute in the upcoming battle event. Amidst the tension, Jessica suggested the event could provide an opportunity for Ard to become an instructor at the academy. Although initially hesitant due to Ard's counsel, the prospect of instructor uniforms enticed them into considering the offer. As the day of the battle event dawned, special guest commentators, Baron Weiss, Jack, and Carla, added their distinct flair to the event. While Weiss remained composed and factual in his commentary, Jack and Carla's demeanor veered dramatically. Ard, distressed by his parents' polarizing commentary, sought solace in Olivia's company. Olivia hinted at Alvarto's interest in teaching the contenders, but Ard remained clueless about Alvarto's identity. Meanwhile, Irina was summoned to the arena after a concluded match. Battling her opponent, Irina struggled until she employed script magic, a technique learned from Ard, ultimately securing victory. The tournament progressed until the final match between Ginny and Irina. As the head commentator sought Weiss's opinion, he hinted at Ard's influence in Irina's journey. Just as the match commenced, demons materialized in the audience, creating chaos in the Colosseum. Jessica alerted Ard and Olivia to the demons targeting both the arena and its surroundings. Amidst the turmoil, Ginny and Irina faced the demons, managing to fend them off, but struggled against a crystal golem. Attempting to aid them, Weiss unleashed his magic but was impaled by Jessica, who revealed herself as Elzard, the frenzied king of dragons. Elzard demanded Irina's compliance, prompting Ginny's futile attack, blocked by Elzard's barrier. Ginny fell unconscious, and Irina, forced to surrender, was whisked away by Elzard, leaving the arena in a state of disarray. In the aftermath of recent chaos, Weiss, recovering in the school infirmary, found Ard by his side. As Weiss regained consciousness, he disclosed the grim truth. Irina had been abducted by Elzard, the frenzied dragon. Determined and resolute, Ard pledged to rescue Irina from Elzard's clutches, facing any obstacle that dared to impede his path. Touched by Ard's resolve, Weiss granted him unrestricted access to the royal treasury at any time. With Jack's encouragement, Weiss contemplated revealing the hidden truth about their lineage, a secret that had long weighed heavily on Irina. Meanwhile, Irina found herself in a haunting dream, reverting to her childhood self and disclosing a deeply concealed truth to Ard, only to witness his abrupt disappearance, leaving her feeling isolated and abandoned. Awaking from this disconcerting dream, Irina realized she was ensnared by a magical orb, imprisoned within a translucent crimson barrier. Elzard, revealing her sinister intentions, disclosed that Irina's sacrifice would summon malevolent otherworldly deities through the Orphan of Chaos, intending to wreak havoc and ruin upon their world. Despite Irina's unwavering belief in Ard's rescue, Elzard insidiously suggested that Ard might forsake her upon learning her secrets, echoing the ominous prophecy from Irina's haunting dream. Prepared to embark on a daring rescue, Ard was met by Ginny, eager to lend her assistance. However, Ard, adamant about the mission, requested Ginny to prepare dinner for their eventual return, setting forth on his quest to save Irina. Finding Irina on the brink of becoming a sacrifice to the Orphan of Chaos, Ard intervened, slaying the ominous creature. Vowing to eradicate the lurking monsters, Ard unleashed a powerful 9-cast, vanquishing the malevolent creatures and liberating Irina from her imminent demise. Witnessing from above, Elzard, amused by the unfolding events, divulged Irina's true lineage, her surname, Laville, and her lineage traced back to the blood of the evil gods. Amidst these revelations, Weiss engaged in a conversation with Jack, discussing their family's true legacy as the rightful rulers of the country, contrasting the current proxies in power. However, Elzard's revelation failed to sway Ard, prompting her to unleash a devastating lightning spell, countered by Ard's decisive action, causing Elzard to explode, or so it seemed. The treacherous dragon resurfaced, fully transformed, unleashing a perilous purple laser spell, met by Ard's resilient magical barrier. Seeking to protect Irina, Ard summoned Lydia Bagensgate, who transformed into a sword under Weiss's command, aiding Ard in the battle's initial phase. Entering the battle's second phase, Ard invoked Lydia's aid, equipping new armor and altering his hair color to silver white. Channeling the potent Ultimum Zero spell, Ard emerged victorious, defeating Elzard. Irina, impressed by Ard's valor, resolved to become stronger herself, inspired by his unwavering determination and bravery. Slife, driven by a desire to impress her sister Lydia, emerges from her extensive 3-year training within the enigmatic Phantom Forest dungeon. However, upon her return to the city, her homecoming is met with shock and bewilderment. Almost becoming the accidental target of numerous wagons, she scurries to safety in an alleyway, where an enigmatic masked figure approaches her. In an amusingly unexpected turn, the masked stranger claims that instead of 3 years, Slife has been absent for 3,000 years. Slife, attempting to maintain her composure, pretends to be aware of this information, engaging in a conversation as they stroll by the riverside. The mysterious figure reveals the demise and reincarnation of Varvatos, advising Slife to seek out Ard for insights into Lydia's past and present situation. Simultaneously at the academy, Golde, the headmaster, converses with Ard, Irina, and Ginny regarding the upcoming school festival. Golde seeks their assistance in making the festival a lucrative success for the academy. Ard is offered a role in the play as a trade-off for abstaining from the sword tournament. However, a disturbing letter crafted from human skin arrives, bearing the ominous emblem of the Lars Al Ghul organization, urging Ard's vigilance during the festival. To Ard's dismay, Ginny and Irina eagerly volunteer their support for the festival, although Ard expresses concerns about inadequate security during the event, suspecting Olivia's underlying intentions. Soon, Ard faces the ire of a furious Slife, demanding explanations regarding his reincarnation and Lydia's whereabouts. Intervening on Ard's behalf, Irina challenges Slife to a duel. Recognizing a hint of Lydia's spirit within Irina, Slife seeks friendship, but her request is met with a resolute refusal. Accepting Irina's duel proposal, Slife's confrontation leads to a duel against Ard. In the heat of the duel, Ard and Slife engage in a spirited battle, seemingly evenly matched. However, Ard emerges victorious in the duel. Despite refusing to acknowledge defeat, Slife conjures a magic sword, casting a formidable spell. Ard defends himself with a protective barrier, thwarting Slife's attack. Olivia intervenes, reprimanding Slife for endangering fellow students and the academy. Irina, drawing from Slife's memories of Lydia's discipline, elicits a tearful apology from Slife, eventually comforting her emotionally. Amidst the eventful day, Ard converses with the students assigned to the school play, contemplating its theme and casting. An interruption arises from Slife's altercation with a trio of conceited nobles, prompting Irina to assert her class's prowess for the upcoming festival. The group then decides on a theme for their event, settling on Ginny's quirky suggestion of hosting a maid cafe. Little do they know, an observant masked figure lingers in the shadows, silently surveying their interactions.